10,000 Ghana Limited. We saw a whole lot of equipment over there from the control room and the other things. But here I'm with the Chief Executive Officer. He's going to tell us exactly what those equipment that we saw are doing or what they are capable of doing. And he's going to tell us also much about the security aspects of technology. Do stay tuned as we have a chat with Mr. Sil Jackson Smith. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
To start with, we saw a whole lot of equipment over there and they are overwhelming. In fact, I'm very interested in it. For how long have you been into the industry, your company?
Well, in the industry as a whole, I've been in the industry for about 17 years.
Okay. You are into designing and supply, installation of electronic surveillance systems. How do you design the security part?
Well, as you know, my dear, security is tailor-made.
Okay.
Because usually circumstances determines the type of security applications. And every client or every individual has different security needs. First of all, you will talk about multiplexing.
Okay.
Multiplexing is a matrix system where it will cut down the need for very expensive cameras and monitors and certain control room facilities into a very simple format, you know, where you can have all of these applications integrated. Next, you come to the alarm systems. You are going to use alarm systems, sometimes sensors, where you cannot use a camera because of budgetary analysis. You may have not what you need. You will use an alarm system there, a sensor system that can deter or determine a circumstance.
Would you tell us the exact things maybe that people out there can afford that they may maybe start patronizing this area of security?
We should complement the efforts of government. Government is not only responsible for security. You know, they are going to play their own part in providing for us the police, the military, the other areas of security. But us as individuals living in a very vulnerable society, we too need to complement security.
Yes.
Because in whatever area we are engaged in, those areas has their own vulnerability. If all of these commercial sector and the industrial sector begins to do risk assessments, you know, and threat analysis, then they will be able to put in place measures, you know, that are going to curtail or contain these excesses, you know, that will be an impediment to their businesses.
Let's say I'm in Ghana, for instance, and I want to maybe monitor something outside Ghana.
Okay.
Is it possible?
It is very, very possible. Everything is possible under the umbrella of ICT.
ICT.
Because as you know, it has brought the world closer than it was before.
It was, yeah.
Today, it's very fascinating. I mean, the things communication can do, but we need to understand what do we want from communication.
Yeah.
Because it can do virtually everything. But what do you want it to do for you?
That's the designing aspect.
That is where exactly we are going to come from.
Yeah.
In order to be able to guide, you know, the individual or the client as to their needs, how best to go about their needs to be guided, I mean, properly. We have on test now functions where you can be anywhere in the world with any connectivity, like a palm top or a mobile phone or a software there, and you can view your environment remote-wise wherever you are. I've demonstrated that. You can look at, this is a palm top now. Hold up, that one is streaming now everything that is in the office wireless. And if when you are looking that, I mean, you can use any palm top. But the application there, we have a secure rights to the software that you are going to use into that palm top. Because the software that you will use in the palm top It's different from the software you're going to use on your laptop or your desktop, and on the one as well you're going to use on your mobile.
Oh, let's get to see what the mobile phone also has.
Yes, so whatever you stream down there as well, you'll see, if you look at that, can be streamed through into the mobile phone directly as well.
Okay.
And then from that one, this one, you move on to remote viewing.
Okay.
So now we are viewing exactly what you could see in London. This is
now what's is going on in London.
Yeah, this is the London office. If I could give you, that is the reception point at the London office. This is on remote.
Okay.
Direct remote viewing. And then you can have, if you could see the lady there, the movement of the lady there. So why we have a multiple view here is for you to see the various areas. So where
in
you
London.
can, this is our showroom there as well.
Okay.
We'll go to the, as you could see, the showroom is not, because it's in London, any better than what you have seen here. Even here you could see even less gadgets than you see here.
So far we've got to know that technology is playing a very vital role in the security industry also. And what would you tell Ghanaians as to start patronizing things like this in the technology industry also?
Well, my dear, start patronizing. If I may want to find at least a word, that can at least define, how we should embrace, is to be proactive. Security today, as I said earlier on, we spend a lot of money building big houses, beautiful houses, buying beautiful cars. Again, you have a big house, and then you go there and you employ a watchman that is 65 years of age.
Who can sleep?
And then you expect that man to be awake all night watching your beautiful house.
No,
I mean,
it's impossible.
that is not being proactive. That is not being sensible.
Yes.
So I can only advise that we complement the efforts of government. The only way we can complement the efforts of government is to be able ourselves to make our own contribution as our appetite grows for material things. So should be our consciousness as to how to protect those material things. So that is where the security aspect, we must pay much more attention to the technology aspect of security, not only to the physical aspect of relying on the policeman or the military man or the security guards.
Technology can sleep.
Exactly, but man can sleep.
Man can sleep, and you can confide in the technology also. Like that.
Because it can give you exactly how he sees the situation.
Yes.
Likewise, if a man is sleeping and you say to the man, "Oh, what happened?" You say, "I was not sleeping, sir." I mean, he's going to the, and you have no way of challenging him that he's not speaking the truth. So we need to be a bit serious. We need to be a bit serious, be a bit comprehensive and proactive, and make the right choices. They are available in Ghana. We are available in Ghana. We are giving a lot of consultancy to other West African countries, which we're very happy with. I mean, they are coming, securing our services here, our goods as well. So I do believe that we must embrace it much more in Ghana. But with time, I do believe, as we evolve in our quest for technology. There are certain lessons we are going to learn down the way. But the only advice I want to give is don't wait till you have to pay a heavy price in order to learn a lesson.
Okay, thank you very much for speaking to us. Viewers, that was it. Is it not wonderful? It's just amazing. Technology is doing a very great job